Ooh, what's up, little babies? Another Big Ox production, brought to you by Big Ox. You like that? Anyway, so I gotta say, I love. It hurts, but at the same time, I love it when somebody reaches out to me and say that my video has been helping them. My video has been showing them good things. You know what I mean? And that makes me feel good. So, with that being said, this goes out to you know who, you know. I don't want to mention no names, but what you're going through is what a lot of people going through. I've been through real shit, you know. So the first time when I first found out that my daughter, when I was 18, 17, 18, I was 18. I found out the night I found out my daughter was my wife, my ex-wife was pregnant with my daughter. Uh, I was already drunk, kicking with some fools, and I decided, hey, fuck it. My life's beginning, might as well fuck it off. Let's go rob a liquor store. Threw a rock through over there's fucking liquor store. I told these dudes, are you guys ready? You guys down? You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, we're down. Pull up to the place and pull up to this liquor store, and it's closed. And me and this other dude, I tell him I'm gonna throw this rock through this window. You're gonna run in and grab a shit and bounce out. He's like, okay, cool. And I went to throw it. And he's like, wait. Looked around and I fucking said, fuck it. Boom! Threw the fucking rock through the window. Bro takes off running. I go take off running behind him, and I was like, I didn't just break this fucking window for nothing. Jump to this fucking little ass glass, grab a 24 pack, boom, start running to the fucking car, and I get right to the fucking door, right to the fucking car door, and dude takes off. I said, oh shit, nigga. So I take off running. Drop the case, drop the 24 pack, boom, and run, because I know my cousin lives right up the street. Sorry, cuz. I'm sorry about this. I appreciate you for this, and I know I fucked up a lot for you and all my cousins. Shout out to Martha and Julia. I'm sorry, apologies. I'm sorry for real. But anyway, I go over there, boom, 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 knock on the door, and if it wasn't for this pussy ass fucking civilian, I'm not saying he was in the wrong. This pussy ass civilian didn't watch me fucking go into the knock on his door. I would have had no problems. I go run, no one answers. I run to the back of the townhome. They got a garage right there. Try to open the garage, it doesn't open. Try to get under. They had a fucking a Spider, a Mitsubishi Spider car, it's low to the ground. I try to get my big ass underneath that motherfucker. I'm still a little bit big, I'm young. And I make it halfway. My top of my head is still sticking out. I said, I hope they don't see me. Laid on the ground. And fucking, my cousin's boyfriend comes running out at the time. And he's like, who's out there? I said, hey, it's me. He's like, what's up? I come in and I fucking sit on the couch. I'm huffing and puffing, bleeding and shit. He's like, what's wrong? What's going on? What's going on? I just, oh, gosh, I still severe. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Then all of a sudden, Mama, please. Run upstairs. Boom, ran into a closet. And they had dirty clothes on the ground. And I fucking got underneath all of them. Boom, laid there, pretending like I was sleeping. Cops come in. I hear them downstairs. We heard somebody going in here. We seen somebody going there, just throw up outside. Whatever. So I just lay there. Boom. Sleeping. Pretending like I was sleeping. Please, go fall away. Anyway, cops come upstairs. Boom. They got some dog in there, and all of a sudden, he goes into the closet, moves a few things. He's like, get up. Dog starts barking. I said, what the fuck? So get up. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you guys arresting people for sleeping now? He's like, oh, so you just happen to fall asleep underneath a bunch of dirty clothes? I said, oh man. Take me to jail. But and I had to start off my fucking life fucked up. You know what I mean? Um, but the reason why I say this is because yes, I started it off fucked up, but on my fault was I continued to fuck up. I continued to dig myself a deeper grave, deeper hole. I continued to get high. I continued to fucking wallow in my filth. I continued to do the poor me. I continued to say that I'm in the wrong or that everyone else is in the wrong but me. You know what I mean? I continued to put it like I have it hard. You know what I mean? So with that, I just created a toxic relationship with my ex. I created a toxic family with my kids, and I couldn't get out of that hole that I was in. I was in trouble with the law. I stayed on parole, probation, whatever, on the run through that whole time. You know what I mean? So if I would have had somebody, mental health is. This is why I say mental health is good, because I didn't know what I was going through. I was depressed. I was sad, but I didn't want to show it, so I just drowned it. You know what I mean? In the alcohol and drugs and shit. So, no matter where you're at in life, wherever you're at, you may feel like it's the bottom. And it may be the bottom. You know what I mean? And even if it ain't the bottom, and you feel like you can go lower, stop. Stop digging right there. And say that's your bottom right now. So now that you're at the bottom, the only way to go is up. Climb yourself out of that fucking hole. You know what I mean? You dug yourself down there, dig yourself out. I don't say that to be a dickhead or nothing, but I say that to do this. You have to search. You have to search and think about what is going to get you to where you need to be. What are your goals? So you want to be able to provide for your daughter. You want to provide for your kids. You want to be able to have a stable living situation. You want to be able to have a job. Okay? Sitting around making excuses about, oh, well, they don't hire felons, they don't hire dudes with this. I got these charges coming up, this, that, and the third. That's not going to help. And here's another thing. You're not going to be able to help your daughter right now anyway. You're not going to be able to help your kids right now anyway. You know what I mean? You can't even help yourself. So, this is called self-care. You have to love yourself. And by loving yourself, you have to create goals for yourself. By creating goals for yourself, you have to do the necessary things that you need to do to get to that goal. And that's discipline. You know what I mean? You have to be able to be uncomfortable. You have to be able to stop being comfortable and put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Bottom line, it sucks, but don't look at it as that way. Look at it as hey, the more I go through, the more I'm going to bounce back from. The greater the reward is going to be. You know what I mean? But stop digging yourself out. Now just stop digging yourself a bigger hole. Now start going up. You know what I mean? I wish I had somebody to tell me this shit. But then again, I wouldn't be here being able to explain it to you. So I am not somebody to you. You know what I mean? So figure out your goals. Figure out what you need to do. Being high, getting drunk, wallowing in your filth, wondering what the next meal is going to come, wondering what all that shit is about, that's not going to help. All it is going to cloud your vision and put you in a deeper motherfucking distress. What you have to do is, if you need help with being sober, ask for it. If you need help with getting into treatment, go get it. Call me. And I'm not the only one that can help you get into treatment. There's a gang of treatment centers around. But we're just too lazy and we're too afraid. We're too afraid to give up that fucking crutch. Because that crutch, that drug, is going to help us forget our problems. It's going to help us stop facing our feelings. But one of the coldest things you need to remember is you have to face your feelings. No matter how bad you want to run away from them by getting high, moving out of state, whatnot, you're never going to get better. Even when you get sober and you feel like you're running away from them, you still have to run away. No matter what you do, if you slip once or one thing fucks you off, whatever you run from is gonna catch up to you, and you're gonna have to wiggle yourself out of it and keep moving forward again. Running, running, running. You're constantly running away from this. Don't. You have to turn around, face that motherfucker. If you have to get down, you have to get down. But if you have to be assertive with it, be assertive with it. Whatever the case may be, you have to conquer that. Let it go and go your other way. But you can't do that when you're high. Tupac said, imagine the shit we could do if we wasn't high. Imagine that shit, real shit. You know what I mean? So I hope that helped you, bro. You know, I love you. I love all the little babies. Till next time. Peace.